Hey everyone, my name is Renish.
And my name's Haley.
And we're part of Team Fidget. And we've started this new series called So You Think You're an Entrepreneur.
So to start off this series, we're going to start with the question, what does being an entrepreneur mean to you? So to me, it basically means someone who's like potentially starting a career or like trying to pursue their dream and, you know, starting a business and everything. What does being an entrepreneur mean to you?
Well, definitely touching on the whole, like, business seems to be the umbrella for being an entrepreneur, and it's definitely starting an idea but also launching it. So not only just brewing an idea in your mind or sketching it in a sketchbook, which is part of the entrepreneurial journey, but really it's about pursuing it full time. And as you may or may not know, I am doing this whole Fidget Toys Ltd as a company on a full-time basis, which used to be just a simple sketch. Entrepreneurship has been thrown around so often these days that I feel like every person we walk by is like, oh, so what do you do? Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. That tells me shit. That doesn't tell me anything about what you really do. I think the word should just be replaced with either like a change maker or someone who's actually making an impact and
Making a difference in the world too.
Exactly, because
you can't put yourself above other people.
And I'm sure we're gonna be covering that in like one of our next series about like relationship buildings and how you're beyond the title. I don't know, but like you can't really define that. You really can't define what an entrepreneur is anymore. At least in this day and age, because everybody seems to be an entrepreneur. It's almost like an elitist group now.
How did you start Fidget Toys, and you know, what inspired you?
So starting off with like larger ideas, critiquing it and criticizing it, it didn't mean much to me until it started affecting someone else that I really loved. And in this case, my inspiration and motivation behind Fidget Toys today is my nephew. So my nephew falls on the spectrum of autism, and like I saw potential in him beyond the characterization and the label that he was given, that he was very excessively ADHD and whatnot. And all you had to do was stimulate him in a different way and seat him with some kind of stimulation of a stress ball or a toy of some sort to distract him in a healthy manner in order to get the attention that you want from him. And when you see someone's pain and you try to figure out a solution, because the pain might not only come from the typical emotions that we see in people, you know, yelling out and crying is definitely emotion that we see associated with pain. But for me, I noticed his frustration when he was given like a stress ball at a time when he just wanted ice cream, but he couldn't verbally communicate that. So handing him over another toy and then telling him to finish some other assignment at that moment, nobody noticed his anxiety and like how much it increased on his face alone. Like he was kicking his feet even harder than it was before, and he got this, like he passed the stress ball back right at his mom, and I'm like, oh my god, okay, so he clearly doesn't want that, but his mom is just like, no, like, you know, use this, like you need to focus, and you know, you grab the hands and the feet of a child like any parent would do and be like, calm down and focus on this. But it was just sad to me that, you know, it's not her fault either, because maybe this is what therapeutic sections and workshops are teaching her of, you know, this is how you calm your child. But every child is unique, whether you are autistic or you're not. And I'm sure when we were growing up, we probably did some crazy things to seek attention from our parents, or we just are wired differently. It was just a matter of doing more and more research to seeing if there were any toys that he didn't have to hold with his hand. Notice a gap, and instead of just being like, oh, I noticed it, let me do more research, it was a matter of putting that solution in a sketch, getting out to the experts. Because as entrepreneurs, or like as people that have the ideas, you don't know everything, and that's the beauty of it. The more you don't know, the more you build something that's actually going to create an impact.
It helps you learn like different ways to attack it too.
Exactly.
What's your plans for the future? Like, what are your immediate goals for like your week, or like that kind of thing, like realistic visions?
Girl, I like the way you ask those questions, because I'm so tired of answering the whole projections, and this is like totally a concept that needs to be covered whenever you're pitching your idea to investors or whatever, and being like, oh, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And The sad part is for entrepreneurs they're always like, oh, I want to be acquired, like I just want to be bought out by somebody that's bigger and just make the money quickly. And that's sad to see, because now it seems like money was a motivation. It should be part of your motivation, but why are we encouraging people to just make the quick and easy money maker versus the quick and easy social impact that you make in people's lives? Like, I think we keep forgetting who we're building. My immediate goals is to definitely share my experiences and be very raw and transparent with the realness of being this whole entrepreneur. Like, the title is one thing, but I want to reintroduce myself as, it's sad that I have to reintroduce myself, but I just want to introduce myself again as Renish, like just a human, and then this whole entrepreneurial journey is an addition to who I am. Started this entrepreneurial journey, I've had a handful of people that have seen me kind of grow as a person, and I think that's the most important part. It's about being more self-aware and knowing who you are.
Yeah, so it kind of like relates to that like typical like saying that you can't judge a book by its cover, because you know when you have that title and you're classified as an entrepreneur, people are setting expectations for you, and you know you feel like you can't be yourself. You have this title that defines you, and it shouldn't.
There's so much pressure on choosing the right career path. It's like a prestigious one.
So yeah, with everything that we've said and everything, like where and how do ideas start? And
I never shut up, as everybody can see with this one, but I never shut up. Like, if I had an idea, I would always think out loud. I wasn't afraid to share the idea.
Yeah, so basically we want to know, what does being an entrepreneur mean to you? And leave your comments down below of, I guess, your experiences, just anything we've covered. Just, you know, you can put it.
Leave your questions too. We're starting this new hashtag beyond the title, because it is beyond the title of being an entrepreneur. Until our next episode,